All right. Hey, Masters, welcome to another episode. And we are live with Mr. Grant Cardone himself. What's up, brother?
Good, buddy. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too, man. You're looking good as always. It's
Never,
been a few
never waste,
years.
never waste a good crisis.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, last time I was on, it was a couple years ago. You were at your beach house. You were chilling. These are a lot different times, that's for sure, man.
Oh,
That's
totally.
for sure.
This goes to show you how fast things can shift. We take so much for
Yeah,
granted.
man. Absolutely. Well, and I just want to say too, congratulations on your 10X event, man. That was tremendous, my friend. Tremendous. Thank you for that. So let's jump right into it because I know you don't have a lot of time today. So, with regards to everything happening right now, these are some different times, man. What are you telling people, man? What are you telling salespeople, real estate agents? That's who mostly listens to our podcast. A lot of real estate agents.
Yeah, look, you're going to get through this. Everybody's going to get through this. Nobody's not going to get through this. There's no way not to get through this. The question is, what are you going to look like on the other side? Because you're going to be different. The question is whether you're going to be good different or, bad different. I said this at the beginning of 2020. We did 7 cities in January, and everybody was like, 2020 is going to be the best year ever. Everybody was all pumped because it's the new year, right? And I'm like, look, the reality is it's either going to be better or it's going to be worse. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, unfortunately, the last 3 weeks just show you how different it can be. 16 million people laid off already, 3 weeks. Like, this is the fastest from great economy to bad economy we've ever had in the history of this country. More people unemployed in the shortest period of time that I think any time, definitely in my lifetime, maybe in the history of the country. So the deal now is, when are you going to play this, Dave?
This is going out Thursday, man. So this is going right out.
Okay. Yeah. So Friday afternoon, I'm going to do a 2-hour call with a handful of people that want to get trained on how do I take advantage of this rather than being victimized by it. How do I get on the other side and use it? That's really the choices people have. You're going to either get used by this thing and by the media and by the programs, or you're going to get on the other side of this and be proactively predicting where things go so that you can, if you're a salesperson, real estate person, business person, small business owner, how do I get on the other side of this thing and start predicting where this thing goes so that I can play it out to the best benefit of my family, my household, my community, and my company.
Well, I'll tell you why I reached out to you, Grant. I know you're all about mindset and keeping a strong 10X. I think right now more than ever, these are unprecedented times. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know anybody who has. This is a time where you got to keep your mindset together, because I'm putting in 20X effort in getting 1X return, if that. And I think it's all about mindset right now.
Yeah, so
right?
it is, and it's also about survival too, right? So, see, people can go out and push. You can push harder, which is one thing, but you also, like, if you look at the moves that I've made in the last 3 or 4 weeks, some of which were very, very, very unpopular. By the way,
an example of one of them?
We let go of some people. We had to let go of some people. I don't know that we had to let go of them. We made a decision to let go of people in order that I could put my attention on the people that we had so that we could see our way through this storm.
Yeah.
And for that reason, it wasn't just an economic reason. It was about managing resources. It was about the culture and the organization understanding the severity of the situation before you need to confront the severity of the situation. Meaning you want to batten down the hatches. And the first thing to do in emergency is to get rid of something. First, you got to handle the fire. You got to put the fire out. Now, in this case, I can't put the coronavirus out of misery. I can't exterminate that that fire, if you will. But what I could do is like, okay, if this thing gets out of control here, I don't want to lose everybody. So the first step for me is always, I need to get rid of something. And so if you're pushing harder, if you're pushing on the back of the truck, what you might want to do is quit pushing for a second and go see how much weight's in the truck that's bogging it down. Amen, right? Yeah. Because sometimes it's just, you got too much weight in the vehicle. The vehicle can't release itself because it's too heavy. And then you go back and push again and see what happens. Because if you're doing 20X, you should be getting a return. My guys right now, what was our phone activity? We had those numbers earlier. Somebody gave them to me.
It was the first 14 days of the month, we made like 18,000.
Yeah, the first 14 days of this month, we made 18,000 phone calls.
Wow. Yeah.
So I don't know if our gross revenue it'll probably still be down.
Sure.
We're certainly getting something. We're getting enough, because you need to get movement, right? I need to get a yard back.
So to put in perspective, for me and being in real estate, the first thing I did was I went and I looked at all the costs and things I was spending money on, just like you said, and cut out anything that's not absolutely essential right now. And now it's just being in touch with everybody, calling everybody on the phone, 7-8 hour shifts, calling into our database, people we haven't talked to in 10 years. And and the reason I said you're getting 1X now, Grant, is because most people aren't doing anything right now, the majority, but we're building that pipeline, right? Is that the same conversation you're having with people?
Yeah, exactly. You're getting that, but you also should be getting, like, this goes back to conversations I've had with people before the crisis hit. Never depend on one flow of income. This is the problem with the real estate agent. The real estate agent depended on one thing, and you depended on a thing. If you're in residential, you depended on a thing that actually is not absolutely necessary. I don't have to own a home. I don't have to own one. I can rent one. Okay. It's like a car dealer. A car dealer has to be threatened by the possibility of sharing cars. Uber. You have to understand the threat, or you're going to be victimized by it. You got to get on the other side of this. The government just passed. I mean, J.P. Morgan just tightened up the borrowing regulations on homes. I would be telling every homeowner that I have right now, man, look, let's get on the front side of this deal. When every bank makes it a standard 20%, 700 beacon score, it's going to be harder to sell your home. Let's get it done now before there's more bad news in the marketplace. Price it to sell it, and move on.
So let me ask you this question then. So we're having these conversations, we're talking to people, we're giving them solutions, we're giving them options, and still they're like, no, I don't want to be involved in this. And I've been doing this 30 years.
You're involved in this. You own a home. Your asset is now a liability. You have to handle that guy better now. Okay, Dave, so you're going to tell the guy, hey, you think your house is an asset. It is now a liability. Listen to what I'm telling you. Nobody else is going to tell you the truth. The real estate agent needs to become a professional finally. Sir, you have a liability. You have a liability. You have property tax liability. You have utilities. You have gas, water, electric. It's endless. You have maintenance, okay? This house is going to cost you a fortune. You have an asset that is becoming a liability. If the trend continues in America, from ownership to rentership, you will suffer. Okay, let's put it on the market. Let's list it. You've already considered listing it, which means you're already a seller. Whether you make it official or not doesn't mean that you already know what the future looks like. You're moving out of your house. Okay, if you died today, what would happen? What do you mean? If you died today, your kids would sell the house. Okay. If you died today, your wife would sell the house. You don't need the house. You've already in your mind decided to sell the house. Now, I'm talking to a lot of people that have the same argument that you have, which is, I'm going to wait. Now's the time. Let them wait for it to get worse.
All right. And what would you say right now is the biggest mistake you see salespeople having?
Well, number one, they don't make the call. Number two, they don't, number one, before they don't make the call, they don't have the discipline. They don't have the discipline and the culture in. They allowed the coronavirus to change their habits. Look how I'm dressed today. You know, if you were going on a sales call today, you dress like this. If you were going to get a big listing, a $5 million listing, you dress like this. So if you were going to go, huh?
Yeah, no, amen. Yeah, you said it, man. You're right. You're right.
Dude, who you dressing for? I don't dress for you. I dress for me. Sell or be sold.
Yep. Hey, this is good stuff, man. Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So all right. So I know for you is timing. I mean, what do you want everybody listening to this to take from this? Like, what would be the thing that you really...
Don't be a victim. Be a victim. Okay. Get on the other side of this. You know, you get victimized enough on this planet, and one day you're like, fuck this shit, dude. I cannot be victimized anymore. Okay. If you're victimized, you got to understand that you had an agreement to be bullied and taken advantage of. When I was a kid going to high school, there was this guy that bullied me all the time. I was a victim. I agreed to play the game. So you gotta decide, hey, I'm done with the game. If you're in an industry where you're being victimized, just remember, you're the one that joined the party. If you're in an industry that is old and maybe ending, let's say you're in the theater business, you own an AMC theater. The writing's all over the place. You remember where you used to get your rentals, Blockbuster?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. How long dude, they resisted the reality. Kodak, Eastman Kodak. They resisted. They're like, no, we're sticking with the camera and we're sticking with film. You have to shift and understand, like, there's change is a coming. So where is that change going to end up? Don't fight this. Lean into it.
Yeah.
So
Zillow calling me right now. Zillow, they're always calling, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're relentless over there. I'll tell you that.
There you go, bro. Because they got people on the phone. There, somebody's demanding. Somebody makes contacts, and a plane takes off into the wind. It doesn't take off with a tailwind. This is a time for people to take off. That's what I would have people take away from this. Take off. You need wind in your face to take off. This is a great time to pivot, confront everything about your life or your business that doesn't work, and change it.
So I know I don't know your full philosophy, but I know with last time you were on, you talked about real estate agents. You said most of them are lazy anyway. That I don't know your exact quote, but it was along those lines. What would you say? Is this going to change? I mean, we've been, like you just talked about, Kodak, the Uber, the Blockbuster, all that stuff. Our industry is changing. You think this is kind of the final straw that pushes it over? Or what are your thoughts with that disruption conversation?
You know, I think you're going to go to the lowest home ownership in the maybe since the World War II. That doesn't mean, by the way, just because I say that doesn't mean people aren't going to buy homes. It just means there's going to be less, and there's too many real estate agents in America. There's just too many. Nobody can tell me there's not too many real estate agents in America. There are too many real estate agents. So there's too many real estate agents that don't make any money.
Yeah.
Now that's just the fact. Like, that's not, people can hate on me for it, but there's too many podcasters.
Sure.
So most podcasters are never going to make any money.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. There's too many colleges in America. Look for where there's too many of something, and then you figure out, dude, I don't need to do this. I'm not going to invest in Zoom video. There's too many video companies. Doesn't mean it's not a good company. It just means I'm not going to invest in the stock. There's too many of them. There's too many choices, right? So, you know, again, it's just people have to confront that you're in transition. The Corona crisis forces people to look at the transition, to look at their value in the marketplace. The marketplace gets its way every time. And right now, it's going to make your call even more difficult. And difficult times shine the light on weaknesses and brokenness. In 2008, when this happened, I decided, hey, I'm never going to be the victim of another recession ever. The next time this happens, I'm going to be in a position to take advantage of this. So it doesn't mean that all residential real estate agents will go out of business. The best ones will still make money. They'll make a lot of money. They'll still be super successful. But, you know, the bottom 90%, that's probably going to get carved up again.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you said you're going to be in a position to take advantage of it. What would be, and how are you doing that?
Look, where's business going to go? We've actually been preparing for a recession for some time at my companies, both with the kind of real estate that we buy. And we buy real, you know, $1,200, $1,500 a month rental properties around the throughout the South, from Texas to Florida. And we're going to buy more of that. We think the country becomes a renter nation more than an ownership nation for a number of reasons. One is choice, and the other is economics. That's what happened in 2008, by the way. 2008 made a lot of renters. This will make a lot of renters again. Great place to be investing. Be a great place for a residential real estate broker to move into commercial. Those are massive deals, extremely well-respected industry. So that's one place. The other place is in our online business. Our online business is exploding. We're doing as much business today, maybe off a little bit, but volume-wise, we're doing as much business today. And we think on the other side of this, people need coaching, they need mentors, they need guidance, they need help, they want to grow their businesses. The third thing is the home business. There's going to be an explosion of entrepreneurs from home.
Absolutely. Well, I think more than ever, we need coaching, we need guidance, we need mentors, more than ever right now. So, and the other thing you said is there's one of the benefits for real estate agents is this is going to thin out the industry, because the majority of the agents that were floating, you know, won't be able to do anything now. So they'll have to leave. That said, you mentioned you have an event on Friday. Is that something our listeners can jump into? Or
the website's grantcardone.com/training, grantcardone.com/training. It's free. It's 2 hours. How to take advantage of the stimulus money, SBA money, how to get it. Everybody here should know the new rules and the new laws. Okay. I was talking to Jared, the president of our company today. I'm like, man, I know some things that are going to happen with the tax code that are going to be so beneficial to people. It's going to be unbelievable. So today, more than any other time, you need to understand that the president of the United States is a real estate guy, and he's a restructure guy, and he's pro-business. What does that mean for you today? Okay. Where's the puck going to be? Michael Jordan, where's the ball going? Not where was it. You got to know where the economy is going to go, where the business is going to go, and where $10 trillion is moving to, because it's moving. We're going to have money released on this country like we've never had that much money released at one time. Do you know where it's going? Are you free to go get it? Are you dressed and prepared for it? Are you professional and know how to talk the language? Do you know who it's going to go to and how to attach to it? And so I'll be talking about that Friday, grantcardone.com/training. The public will get access to it. Your public can get access to it for 48 hours through the weekend, and then it's over. Okay. So you either watch it live. I'd like to cut that back. I don't want to do the whole weekend. Use it or lose it. So
what time, Grant, is your training?
It's at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Eastern time?
Eastern, yeah.
All right, perfect, man. Awesome. So, well, listen,
yeah, they'll have until Friday. I guess that's Sunday at 3 o'clock, and then it's over.
All right, you got it, my friend. Well, listen, I appreciate you doing this, man. I know how valuable your time is.
I'm shooting content right now for unemployment.
Wow, yeah, man, yeah, absolutely. Well, anything I missed? What didn't I ask you that I should have?
Yeah. Look, there's 16 million people that just lost their jobs. There's probably another 50 million people they're not telling you about that lost their jobs. Okay. I got people here that lost jobs. I lost jobs. Jobs meaning I had a job, I had an agreement, I had a contract, I had a deal, and I lost it. I lost the job. So there's 65 million people in this country that just lost something. At least, maybe 200 million people, maybe 350 million people lost something. So while everybody's talking about, the mask, I can't go outside, dude, people are losing stuff right now. It's going to have a massive financial impact on every family in America and every family on this planet. Get on the other side of this thing. We're in transition to a new economy, a new time, new opportunities. Get on the other side of this. If I can help people do that, the website's grantcardone.com/training. I'd love to help you. You need to come with your full attention. You need to come to this like this is a very, very important business meeting. Come to this like you invested $25,000, not like it's free. And come thinking your life depends on it, because David, people's lives and futures depend on this. There's going to be homeless. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of homeless people made out of this event. Nobody planned on it. Nobody forecasted it. Bad stuff happens to good people every day. Get on the other side of this.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, sir, I appreciate you. And
always keep it real, baby. Always keep it real, man. Some people don't like it because I keep it real.
I'll be there on Friday with a suit on, my friend. How's that?
Wear the suit.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right.